Now, I know not only are you a writer of books, but you are a consumer and user of books, and we have talked on other occasions. We share passion for a lot of the same authors, and can you tell us a little bit about the role that Christian retail stores have played in your life?
Well, actually, a very huge role. When I grew up in a non-Christian home, came to Christ when I was a teenager, and it was in an evangelical covenant church in Gresham, Oregon, and there was an elderly Swiss couple in the church named Bill and Martha Kuntz. They owned a Christian bookstore, and what they had done was they had a large garage that they had converted into a Christian bookstore. And so they had thousands of books, and there was not, you'd never see a cover. It was, everything was spine out to get as many books as could be gotten into that place. And I went to that bookstore an average, I'm sure, of at least 2 to 3 times a week for years, the early years of my Christian life. And I would buy all the books that I could buy, but they would say, feel free to stay in the store and sit down and read anything you want to read. So they would let, and this was back in the days before you were allowed to sit down and have coffee and things like that in bookstores. And it was so great because this was in the days of David Wilkerson and Corrie ten Boom and Brother Andrew and Johnny's original story. And as these books would come out, I would read them. But they introduced me, these bookstore owners, not my pastors, but the bookstore owners, introduced me to A.W. Tozer, C.S. Lewis, Francis Schaeffer, 3 of the men who mentored me, who discipled me. And it may seem strange to say that, but when you're spending hours a day reading, as I did, you're spending way more time with those people than you are with any pastor or youth group leader at your church. And so these people, by guiding me to great books, life-changing books, guided me, influenced my life, and set a trajectory, really, for my life from that point forward. And so I owe a great deal to the local Christian bookstore.